So give me five first, bro.
Yes.
So you were saying that you were ready for this podcast. Why?
I'm ready for this podcast because of Ultra.
Because of Ultra.
I just finished Ultra. It was a massive event, obviously. I mean, for Miami, it's a big thing. 3 days, 40 hours of operation over 3 days.
40 hours. Okay.
So we're going in at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And we're leaving at 3, 4 in the morning.
Ooh, so you're sleeping 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
And what did you do there?
So we had an operation of a team called Hawkers. So Hawkers are, imagine when you go to a baseball field, a baseball game, you're in the stadium, you don't want to go to the bar, and there's a guy that's walking around. Colby here, Colby. Okay. That guy. That guy's called a Hawker.
Okay.
Essentially, we changed the name. We called it Chasers. Trying to pretty it up. We changed it from your typical, what you see at the fair, right? Kind of a carny vibe is usually what kind of goes with that. Mm-hmm. Where our angle with it was, this is the first time we took over Ultra. Typically, that guy was managing it since the exception, the beginning of Ultra.
Wow.
This is the first year they went with a new vendor, which was the vendor that I represented. Mm-hmm. 45 hawkers going out in the crowd, and then 8 stations, which each station had 2 people.
Wow.
So massive event,
what was a bottle of water at Ultra?
$5.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad.
And let people know what Ultra is, because a lot of people listening don't even know
Ultra
what Ultra is.
an event. It's a EDM event, which is electric dance music. This event started, I want to say, in the early 2000s. It could be the late 90s as well. I might be off there, but it's been running for a couple decades, over 2 decades.
One of the biggest in the country, right?
And they
biggest in the countries, biggest in the country. It brings people internationally. I think the percentage now was 70 to 80% is international. So massive event. It's bringing talent from all over the world. There's even people represented for Latin culture, right? Mm-hmm. There's even I think Daddy Yankee came in there, J Balvin. So there's representation from all the different artists. Mm-hmm. 5 different stages. I believe they estimated 55,000 to 65,000 people per day.
Per day. Wow.
Per day. So massive event. But yeah, to your point, waters are $5. Modelos are $15. Margaritas $29.
Wow.
I got a pincho. A carne asada pincho. $40.
$40 for a pincho?
A pincho.
Bro, this is out
It was the last pincho I got. But
I bet.
But
that's the plan.
That's your pincho budget for the year.
That was it, bro. At least it was protein. I was ready to keep going.
Pincho is basically meat on a stick, guys, with some veggies.
That's right. So yeah, I felt prepared because I had that massive event. Obviously, we were blessed to have a content lady with us. So, taking live footage. We had a management team of about 6 or 7 guys. Mm-hmm. So, she'll go with us. We'll do our rounds, troubleshoot, different situations that would pop up. Mm-hmm. I had to let somebody go. Happen on camera.
Oh, wow.
So just all the different situations that could happen, internet connections, people stealing product.
Yeah. I bet.
This is all kind of situations that happen.
I bet you had Ultra music.
So it was a very stimulating, very motivating event. Massive. First time in my experience of doing it. The biggest events I've done previous to that is like 3 Points, which again is another kind of electric dance music type of event. But yeah, man, I'm ready.
Let's do it, bro. So, guys, just so you know a little bit of background. So, Tito's someone that I know. I know his brother first. Our kids played baseball together, which your brother now has, I believe, the 3rd or 4th or 5th baseball team for 8U or 9U in the
national
nation.
Team. Yes.
Okay, so shout out to him. He was also one of our first guests. He was like episode 3, I think, Aldo Pest Control. He no longer does that anymore, but that's what he's doing now, and he has his full-time job and all those different things.
Yeah.
But you're his brother. We met through him, and recently you have been asking me questions back and forth, right? Looking for guidance, honest, real guidance on what can I do. This is what my parents have going on. My parents are going to move from, what was it, Clearwater?
Deerfield Beach.
Deerfield Beach in Florida to Puerto Rico, which is their hometown. You're Puerto Rican.
Right.
And they want to do agriculture over there. They want to do coffee, correct?
Yeah, exactly. The main crop where my dad's from, which is Lares, is in the mountains, and their main crop is coffee.
Yeah. So he wants to do coffee. So he reached out and he's like, man, this is crazy. My background is in management. This guy has run some of the biggest restaurant clubs out here in Miami. That's who we're sitting in front of, and he doesn't. That's it. That life too is a different life. You're a family man. You have your girl. You have your kids, and it's a different lifestyle.
Right.
So you're thinking of packing up, right? Setting stuff up and packing up and moving to PR.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. To do coffee.
To do business.
To do business.
To business. But coffee is a passion. I think when you start looking at what you do in life, where you're investing yourself, there's a lot of culture, and I'm a culture kind of guy. So looking back in Puerto Rico and what they do and what it stands for, there's a lot of stuff that come out of it. I think when you start trying to like identify and look where you want to go in life and what is important to you, you kind of have to ground yourself and see what's real. I think Ultra's a big example. The city of Miami is a big example. There's so much stimulation. There's so much stuff that's going on. There's so much stuff that kind of gets you distracted.
Kind of.
A lot of, right? You can get swept by the river per se. Let's say there's a big stream here, and all this information gets swept. So I'll go to Puerto Rico probably every 7 years. Right, I'm 39 years now, so there's been a couple trips there, and every time I would land on the island, there was a certain feeling that I wouldn't get anywhere else. Miami's second to that. I'll give Miami. I've been here for over a decade, so I'll give props to Miami. And there's a Latin culture here. You feel it. You go to McDonald's. It don't matter where you go. You go to Hialeah. You go to Miami Beach. You go to run into Latins. There's a certain culture there. I think we've even seen in the MLB, WBC. There's a way that Hispanics kind of flow with each other.
And I agree with you 100%. Anytime I leave the city, it's like there's
different.
nothing like Miami.
Yeah.
There's nothing like Miami in the United States, or we're like one of the hottest cities in the world. I want to say
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and not only entertainment, which we just saw over this weekend, but a financial destination. I mean, there's a lot of stuff booming. But Puerto Rico, I would go constantly. And I took a trip recently. I took 2 family trips recently, and both of them made like a little impact. And every time I came back, I just felt my batteries fully charged. I came back with this motivation. But every time I went, you're constantly observing. You're observing, looking for opportunities, looking what can you learn. What are they doing better than us? What are we doing better than them? What can we improve? That's something I would come back. I'll go to my hometown, and I'll go to my uncle's house that I've visited for 3 decades now, and I would see the farm, and I would see the house, and then I see the other farm, and I would see how the city would grow and grow and grow and grow. So there's an opportunity there. There's an economic factor. It is an island. Everything has to get imported. Very few things get exported. So there's an opportunity there. So there's a lot of opportunities that, coming from the island, coming from the mainland, going over there, coming back and forth, it brought some inspiration. And at least it gave me the questions that essentially is what, would bring me to you. A big thing in these steps is trying to find the right information, quality information. And that's where, you have to go in your Rolodex and say, who are the guys that you trust? Who do you, and Willie, you're that guy for me.
Thank you.
So that's why, I started reaching out, try to ask some questions and get those, let's say, doubts and information to make a second trip. I took a second trip, and on that trip, I had my eyes more open and more specific on what we're looking at. Obviously,
the first trip trip was to, your parents ended up getting something, or was to look for real estate, right?
Well, yes. The first trip, I would say, was about 5 years back. We took a family vacation.
Okay.
That's when kind of got inspired. The second trip,
was right now.
Yeah, recently. In between those 2 trips is where I started doing homework, started connecting with you. 20 real estate guys a week at least, connecting, hey, I'm from over here.
20 a week.
Wow. Yeah. I was doing homework, going on Facebook Marketplace, internet, Indeed, actual real estate companies.
Okay.
Everyone has their angle, everyone has their benefits. So just trying to get information from everyone, seeing how fast the deals would drop.
Yeah.
How fast would it take that guy to call me and connect back? All those little things, trying to get the feel if do I feel comfortable doing business
with this person,
with this person, with the nation. Like, how does it work? So after a couple weeks, they start calling me back and getting that back and forth. I had the advantage of my parents being over there. So then I would key them in. Hey, are you guys open to this? And at first, they're interested, But as they would connect with me and say, yeah, of course, I'm go over there. And they would get excited. Hey, did you call anyone? What's the next week? What's the next person? And that's how it started. Every week or every other week, we'll have 1 or 2 houses that we'll go look at. And that's how we got the ball rolling. Whereas for the second trip, essentially I was landing there to see the fruits of
the top 3 properties.
Yeah, correct. That's what led us to the last trip to actually make the purchase.
You purchase. How many acres is it?
5 acres.
5 acres with a house.
With a 3-2 house, 3 levels. Because typically a lot of the houses over there are going to be on these concrete stilts. Not always, but you're going to see.
Because you're on a mountain.
You're on a mountain.
Yeah. So to have it level, you got to have legs. Yeah.
Correct. So essentially, you have like a patio area and the two stories. 5 acres, main road coming across, and it happens to be on this mountain where the first, I don't want to say the wrong information, but the first or second largest producer of cafe in that area, which is Cafe Oro.
Okay.
So there's a mountain there on one side of the mountain, we're on the other side of the mountain. So very strategic area.
It's a coffee town.
It is known for that. So you have Lares, Utuado. There's other mountains areas that they're just known for coffee. San Sebastián, La Maria. There's essentially all on the peaks of the mountains that run right down Puerto Rico is where you're gonna find that type of quote.
What I love about what you're doing is you have like a desire to learn about this. You're not looking at it for the money. You're not looking, and you didn't see somebody that's a multimillionaire doing coffee, and now you're trying to go backwards to see how to start.
No.
You get this feeling when you land in PR. You have your uncle that I'm sure is super nostalgic for you.
Oh.
And then now you have an opportunity to do something for yourself, right, that you started. Make your parents proud. Leave something for the family, for the kids. And it's like just this rush of opportunity. Like, God, is this really is this for me, man?
Yeah.
And then that's what's exciting for me. I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
Thinking about just everything you're going to learn. So the fact that you guys actually pulled the trigger and you got it, awesome.
Right.
Let's say it doesn't happen. Your parents can always rent the land. They can figure something out, right? But the idea is for you to get over there. So when we talked last time, I told you, dude, if I was you, I would try to soak up on as much information about the coffee, let's say production, not the industry, because first you have to learn how to produce the best coffee that you can. You got the most healthiest plant, the plant that produces the most flowers, the most beans, right? That is the hardest part. The business side, trust me, bro, if you show up with fire, someone will come to buy the fire, bro.
That's right.
That's how it works. So if you put all your effort towards that, you'll prosper. So I told you, I said, man, go on coffee tours, as many as you can, and go learn.
Right.
Go learn as much as you can.
Yeah.
Video record these guys talking. Go back, learn, study. You have the internet today.
Yep.
What have you done in that aspect?
So there's 2 phases. I think it's progress. We saw progress to make on there, but immediately that was my goal, was to get eyes, feel it, hear it. So I landed on a Wednesday. We visited that property after the contract was done on a Thursday. I think Thursday evening, I was already on Cafe Oro.
Okay.
So it was literally morning, evening, quick. And that's why I knew how close it was. So, that was one of the first things we tried to do. Try to walk on the property, which we got to visit that Cafe Oro property. See the layout. How does it look optically? Make those connections. Making connections with my uncle. Because he has a finca. Walk through his finca.
He's got experience.
Yeah, he has the experience. What is he doing now? What did he used to do? Then bring my uncle to the property that we bought. And then he goes, yeah.
How does he feel about
Oh my God, those guys are almost more happy than my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oye, cuando viene el nene?" When am I coming over?
You're the nene.
Yeah, 39 years old and I'm the nene.
You're the baby.
Oh yeah. So cuando viene el nene? That's the next step that we're really trying to push. Is trying to
getting over there.
Yeah. So the next date we're looking at, probably the next month or so, would be the next trip over there.
And what's the execution on that trip?
So the execution is essentially leave my wife and the kids at home,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna be doing more of the homebody stuff. You know, where's the school?
Kind of not a family trip; it's a work trip.
It's a work trip. Yeah, it's gonna be productive. There'll be time to be together, but it's really kind of setting roots. Me and my dad I have some nurseries, more on the horticulture side,
Plant nurseries
right?
that start the coffee plants.
I figured, just going off of what you said, I need to know what they need, just overall on the island. You know, if there's a cash crop in Puerto Carpus, and there's construction going in Atillo and Dorado, wherever on the busy side of the island, we could capitalize on that, right?
So bringing in Puerto Carpus while you're doing the coffee.
Right, because coffee is about a 3-year process, right? So, that's a long time.
It takes time.
There's obviously different things we can execute in between. You have
Utilize the property and stuff.
You have platano. You have other things now you're talking about that's like 6 to 12 months. Looking into the USDA grants and loans, a greenhouse, we could probably do some smaller crops that move a little faster. But again, those are all investment, wait time.
When's the money coming?
The biggest thing I took from our first conversation was, how do you make money now before you get there? And that's objective A. Objective A is make the connections and find the need, and then use that professionalism, that consistency, and make sure they get that product. Now I already have a name. I already have dollars coming in. And they're going to remember Tito, came in and solve this solution for them. I want to go into it with a very open mind. I've seen, perfect example in Miami. You go down the turnpike, how many royal palm trees do you see? How many Bismarck's? Thousands. Okay, who sold those things? And who, right? There's so many. So the nursery made some money. The guy that transported from the nursery to the job site made some money. And the guy that installed it made some money. So there's 3 people there. And I know all 3 parts of it. So it's just capitalizing and finding those things out. So essentially the trip with my dad, we chat GPT, internet, all the YouTube, TikTok, find out who's doing what and start touching base. So, things that are on my list is that I want to find out who is already doing Puerto Carpus, who is doing palms, who's, for instance, I'm from Central Florida. There's a lot of oranges and citrus. Why isn't there not citrus in Central Florida? Because of disease. So, there's certain things that I might go in and say, oh, I need to make a finca palcha. Passion fruit, maracuya.
Maracuya.
But I have to touch base and find out
where's the lack?
Where's the money? Where's the lack? And how can I make cash now before I even get over there? Because you need that in the operation anyways, because of the timing of the cafe, of the crop, and all those kind of things. So it's a twofold business of how do we make money now, and how are we gonna grow?
Because that's the dream. The dream is to be a coffee guy over there, have coffee, live over there with your family, but you gotta sustain yourself meanwhile, and also live during that time.
I think there's something beautiful in this business. Anyone that truly loves what they do, there's gonna be passion in it, right? And passion keeps you up at night. And if I'm gonna be kept up at night, I want it to be something that you're proud and it benefits. So going back to your point, there's some truths, and I could be wrong, and again, I'm naive and I don't want to insult anyone, but the farm business per se has not been like, oh, you're going to become a billionaire overnight. No, as in restaurant where I come from, it's a margin game. You're looking for, how do I save 5% here? How do I make 10% here? So I can get my bottom line where it's at. Because you're not going to sell the plant for $1 million. There's a market for that.
And it's a slow industry.
And right.
It's a 5, 10, 15, 20-year play.
So if you're going in with this mentality that everything's going to go fast and move, you're going to be a little frustrated. But when you're looking at a long game,
you're looking at consistency.
I'm looking at what is it going to look at 5, 10 years from now, 15 years from now. It's kind of that long game. I think the advantage though there is an advantage when you come from another place. I think there's an advantage if you grew up in Puerto Rico and then you go, hey, I want to come to Miami. You're going to bring something that I don't know. And I think there's an advantage coming from Miami, going to Puerto Rico and saying, hey, bro, you teaching me X and X, but look, I think we could do something like this. We could take advantage of this and that. So, you know, some of my vision on the property is a little more than the farm. You know, some of the things might be a little more abstract. So things I think about are, I'll share this information later with you guys, but on the road where I'm at, like I mentioned, Cafe Oro is on the other side. Well, Cafe Oro actually bought this house at the very top of their property. So the mountain's here, right? You share the mountain. The road cuts across the mountain. Our property's on this side of the mountain. Cafe Oro's on the
other side of the mountain.
On the peak, there's a restaurant. Okay. Cafe Oro owns the restaurant. Okay. And it's called El Cepo. El Cepo is one of the nicer restaurants in Lattice. Okay. They only open from Thursday to Sunday. So after the coffee tour, my mom's looking for jobs. Online is like, oh, they need a manager at Cepo. I said, look, maybe this is a little transition thing for you, right? So I go in there, I'm walking, and man, I'm just, oh man, look at the wine. And
you can run that with your eyes closed.
With your eyes closed.
Cake. That's cake. Yeah. I'm like, bro, and I'm looking at the bar. I'm like, oh, one bar. I'm like, all right, there's like 20 tables up here. I'm like, bro, this is cake. And it's, I can walk to the house now. So ideas are going ping, 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 ping. And then I get home and my mom is always pushing, oh, go open a restaurant, go do this and that. I'm like, mommy, you can give me $1 million. And not saying my mom has $1 million, but I said someone could give me $1 million and I would probably reject it. Yeah. You know, but I left on the flight. I'm flying in and then I'm like, ideas start. I'm like, oh, but I have this restaurant that everyone's driving from everywhere
to go to.
They have a beautiful farm. I'm going to have a beautiful farm. I'm like, bro, I could put my own bar right here. Yeah. I could put my own thing right here.
On your 5 acres. Right on the 5 You can even put an Airbnb. Yeah. You can have 5 or 10. Eddie's looking into that too.
That's my mom's in Puerto Rico too. Yeah. And we're Puerto Rican as well.
Yeah,
so.
that's right. Yeah, you can imagine 5 or 10 little, you know, not hostels, but let's say individual little spots where people can chill and camp out.
Right. So then now this next trip is nursery stop. But actually I'm going to go back to the Cepo. But instead of asking for a manager, it's more of telling them, look, I'm going to have a hospitality right down the street. And I'm not going to compete against you.
Yeah. You're not going to have a restaurant. Yeah,
it's not a restaurant. I'm just, when you have a wait time, they're going to be hanging out at my place. That's dope. After they dinner at your place, they're going to come look at my farm, have a cocktail.
And you would set up the house like that? Or you would build a separate thing?
I will build it. So I'm trying to have like a safe area from the main house. Okay. Like that, you know, they always feel that they have some privacy. Again, the property is only 5 acres. Yeah. So, you know, it's always going to be in sight.
Nah, but you could put some plátano trees or
something that it just makes a barrier.
Some bamboo, something nice.
I get to. So that was the idea. The play is now more than a farm. It's possibly more of a,
they call it agro-tourism.
And is your farm pretty much open, or do you have a lot of trees and stuff in it?
Right now, it looks like it's a forest.
That's what I'm saying. So they already have like an established forest.
He already has a forest.
They can cut it out. Just
you can cut out the forest and build
some pieces.
It's a forest. I mean, La Casa en sí has a surrounding that's, you know, pretty good. Yeah. But 80% of the property is...
Yeah, because you're talking to a lot of people that are in Miami, and you think
farm. Or just they're in the United States.
But you think of a farm, and you think open land. In Puerto Rico, you get a jungle. You think of a farm.
You get a bunch of trees that have overgrown vegetation.
Day one, we went, me and my dad got dos machete, you know, got our long sleeve shirts, and it was go in there, you know, and it's steep. And you're going down, and you have llanito, and then you run into a massive beehive, and you know,
they have in Mexico they have something called a huataca. That it's a machete, but it has like a U in the front. Okay. So you swing and you pull back. Okay. And it slices everything. So it's easier.
Right, so look and for one motion.
Look for that. It's a lot easier than just a machete.
Yeah, and the machete I could have got a better one. I'll tell you that much.
Extra chopping.
Yeah, you gotta get a heavy machete, bro, and get them forearms ready.
Yeah, that's right. But there's benefits to that too, because in cafe you need that steep terrain. So there's things that it works out where someone would look at it and be
And
like,
the water supply and everything is
so
with the
we
rain.
have
It's all natural.
there's 2 sources of water on the property.
Okay.
Oh, dope.
So when we went going through, there was a part that almost felt like a cliff, probably like a 10-foot drop, but there was water coming from there, and that's the reason that dropped. So, once we kind of clear out, if we could find where that water source is, technically we have a source of water right there on the property.
That's fine.
No, but Puerto Rico, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, you're good.
The water goes in and out sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's...
Oh, the water, the actual water from
like
the
from the
city.
city. Yeah,
Well,
it cuts in and out.
and that's the play of us going into it. We, there's an opportunity there too, right? That problem is a problem we've all known about. Yeah. So we have to create a solution right going in. So we know the water's gonna be out. We know power's gonna be an issue. We need to put solar.
Yeah, power's a big
We need to put tanks. We need to use the resources we have. Lares has great rainfall.
Right.
So,
going
in, again, there's a lot of learnings going, but we could be strategic in what we're investing in.
Right.
And it's not going to make those bad times so bad.
Right.
And we'll keep learning down the road, but those are things that I think we have to learn, take the information I get from my Tito, from all those people, and really see how can we make this cost, the operational cost, come down. Yeah. I need to have those controllables down. Right. I don't need a brand new truck, but I need a farm that's running efficiently. And I think that's where we're going in. We're going in thinking about those same problems. And how do we become so resilient that other farms say, hey, these new guys, look how they're running, and things are running. So, and again, there's plenty of people doing it right over there. But that's the thinking, that how can I still make you a mojito, have my farm in a blackout?
No, and have some that's yours, man. You have a crazy experience of just like operations, managing people, leadership skills, like execution, like right now, fast, make a split decision. You have a lot of that already under your belt. Yeah. So setting this up over there is gonna be like, it's gonna be like relaxing.
I think so, man. Going back to the ultra thing, you get so used to, and then you too, when you're running an operation, you wake up knowing something's gonna break.
Oh, 100%.
Something's gonna happen.
Normally the breaking wakes you up.
Exactly.
That's normally how it happens.
It's hey,
1, 2, 3, 4,
Don
5
Willie.
in the morning. Yeah.
The camión no prendió. Like, oh, wow, great. There we go. But again, I think that experience, makes all of this a little bit less of an issue. I say that with a grain of salt too, bro, because there's so much respect I have. Because again, I could have a bottle of tequila here, and it breaks, and that's it. I go get another bottle of tequila. We get a bad rainstorm, and you lose half an acre of a product.
It's over.
It's over. You're not turning around tomorrow and put some dirt in
6-8 months, a year.
Put a seed and it's fixed. So
Yeah, and you got hurricanes to also consider.
So you would have to have crop insurance. You would have to have, liability insurance. You got to have all that really set up. Imagine you have all your Airbnbs loaded, and your crops filled with seeds, and a hurricane comes in. You got to make sure that you don't get sued. If you do, you got coverage. That your crops, you can get something back for them to go do it again. Right. So you gotta be on. You gotta be stacked up with the insurances. Which, this is great, man. I love the fact that you jumped on. He came over just to say what's up, and for 5 minutes, and we threw him on the spot. He sat down like he was ready, and that's when he said, "No, Ultra got me ready for this." And we got to talk about this because you're listening to someone that hasn't fired up yet, but they're in the midst of it, which I feel like a lot of you guys listening are in the same predicaments. Or you have a business, but you're ready to jump to that next thing. And, we're all in it. We're all trying to create the next thing. We're all trying to figure out why we're here, what's our purpose. We're all trying to do it, man. Yeah. So that's what's so special about this podcast, that you're not somebody that is sitting here like you've done it or look at me or no, it's I'm humble. I'm here. I'm excited to talk. Oh, yeah. This is super cool. And we're all learning from it. Yep. You're making me want to go do coffee.
And honestly, Miami has really prepared him. Like, I grew up in Ohio, and when I moved here, like, the hustle and flow here is not like any other place. It's like, everybody here is trying to be either a better version of themselves, or they're out hustling, trying to figure out what's next. You know, I don't see it like that anywhere else. You know, like I feel like that really has built your character, and especially in all the things that you also, you know, do with your life, with you're managing.
Mezcal.
But what plan is that?
So that's a mezcal. You have a maguey in that, and it comes from Oaxaca.
Brother, you've been dealing with plants for how many?
Yeah.
You don't even know.
With the
So it's
juices
like your
of
whole
it.
life, your whole life has been, you know, brought you to this point where now it's like your opportunity to build something of your own.
Yeah. I mean, I think you hit it on the nail. Look, when someone has the passion, is looking for something, they can bring a lot to the table. For me, the humble thing hits it around the nail. My first job in high school was at a golf course, right? So, you know, you're kind of working on the greens and you're learning the roughs. Then my dad works in a trust company. So he's worked there for 40 years.
On the side, he did landscaping, though, right?
And then that's what, on the side, he starts a landscaping company. So now, you know, he's working his job. I'm doing my thing. And then, Tito, we have these tres patios. Let's go over there. Let's do that. So, you know, COVID hits. Fast forward, you know, 2 decades. COVID hits. I'm in Blue Martini for 11, 12 years, you know, from their heyday until not that long ago. COVID hits the industry, hits everyone, but definitely hits the restaurant bar industry. I get blessed because my wife's cousin, he owns a landscaping company here in Miami, Rock and Rolls. And
Rock and Roll's landscaper is your girl's cousin?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Such a small world.
Yeah, right? So then Rock and Rolls, we go to Thanksgiving. I'm there and I'm, you know, talking about life. He's like, Tito, come over here, help me with this and that. Your personality, come. You can talk to all my customers and boom. So boom, I jump on his team.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah, I did that through COVID.
Oh, I didn't even know.
So for a year, I'm driving to Orlando, going to Brighton, and that's why Bismarck is, Porter Carpe is.
You're learning.
I'm learning. I'm telling you, hey, what plant is that? What is this? Oh, that's a variegated. Oh, cool. And then, you know,
You got the flow.
yeah, I started picking up a little bit of the terminology, but, you know, whatever. So learning, look, going aside, the irrigation, this, that, you know. So I picked that up. Things start picking up again, and I get back in the industry. But life lines you up on all those things. So now, I'm not so intimidated walking into a nursery, you know, because you know, you played a little bit in that world.
And you follow our stories on Ace.
Every single one of them. I love it. I follow them everywhere. And the funny thing, I get excited when I go to another platform and I find you guys again.
Yeah.
So I went on TikTok and I'm like, bro, these guys are on fire over here.
Yeah, that's funny. I post randomly on there.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, these guys are everywhere.
Your algorithm is got to be wild.
Bro, I'm here. So I'm connected on there. But yeah, man, everything comes in. But it's the desire to ask questions. Let's ask questions, keep going, and be humble. Don't be embarrassed to be embarrassed. Essentially,
100%.
You know, look. Again, going back to the most recent experience, you know, Ultra is a massive event. It's a massive event. But I'll tell you what, that cannot run without the people of Miami. Right? There's all these small little groups that make these big things happen.
Right.
So don't be intimidated by anyone that's big. You know, don't be intimidated. Another funny thing, when you told me about the property, and I go, bro, as Willie, hey, how much land do you think I should kind of start off with? Right. I'm like 5 acres. Like, Tito, bro, 1 acre, you're good. And funny enough, you know, you go and you start off with a little bit more. So, you know, I think you got to be open. You got to be open to things and go step by step, and we'll see what happens after that. But you put the work in it, and it'll open a lot of doors for you.
Yeah, it's all alignment, bro. It's all what God wants for you, the way I believe it, what God wants for you. When opportunities arise, it's your opportunity. When you feel that I have to do this, that's God telling you, yo, you better go. You better open the door. I'm giving you. That's like the guy that he's like, no, I prayed for a boat. Someone comes to sail, and it's all flooded, and he's on the roof, and he prays, no,
helicopter
Lord,
comes,
please, Lord, save me. A helicopter comes, no, I'm waiting for I'm waiting for God. Someone on a boat, no, I'm waiting for God. And he drowns. That's what that is. You don't have too many opportunities, bro, and the fact that you've taken all the opportunities that you had in your life, and now God is presenting you with these other opportunities. Think about how broad you're thinking. I don't think you've thought this up high.
Yeah.
All right, the altitude you're thinking of. If you are listening to this and you think from a high altitude, it's for a reason. It's because you're looking over something, like you're about to take care of something. You're about to take care of something big.
Right.
You know, if you're looking over here and over there, and you're looking, you know, a few miles up in the sky, it's for a reason. All right, that's to put things together and make it happen. Like the fact that you even want to go and broker product that you already know we can take care of that for you.
Yep.
You broker product and we ship it out to the islands where you're making a 20, 30, 40% margin, whatever it is,
Right.
off of connecting things and making sure everything's right, and you know, working through the logistics side of all of that, the paperwork side of all of that. My bro, you can that can instantly transform your life from what you have today. Whatever you make today, you can make 10 times that amount in 12 months by setting yourself up. It all depends on what God wants for you, bro, and then the action that you take. Life's about taking action. Like these podcasts, you could sit here and listen to all these podcasts, and it's great information. But if you don't take action and do anything with it, you're wasting your life. You get me? Like literally, you can binge watch. Like I know people that binge podcasts and they don't do anything. You know, it's just information that they have stored, which is okay. But you know, the whole reason you listen to information to soak up on knowledge is to take action and do something. Implement it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what we all face right now, bro. The thing is, we have so much information, and you absorb so much information that you think you did something.
That's true. That's true.
And you haven't done nothing.
Because, you know, usually you would have to go somewhere to soak up the information. I got to go here. I got to go read a book. I got to go watch this video.
Now it's all accessible.
You're just there. Was it doom scrolling? And you're scrolling and your dopamine's kicking off.
Or you're listening to podcasts.
It's kicking off, but, you know, it's the next step.
For me, what works the best is not do nothing. Don't look at nobody. Don't listen to nothing. For real. Don't follow nobody.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Do what's in front of you. What are my priorities of the day? What am I trying to achieve? What would I love this to look like? How can I get there? And don't listen to nobody. Don't look at nothing. I used to be addicted to Facebook Marketplace, bro. I wanted to buy a car every week because I'm a car guy. And I would. And it was a problem. It was causing me to procrastinate a lot. And I don't even want to do that. It's a waste of my life. Okay, all I want to do is focus on what do I need to do now, and I'm going to put all my emphasis into that. And guess what? There's no information that I can soak up on anywhere to guide me on what I'm supposed to do, because I am myself.
That's it.
You know what you got to do. What? Who else you going to listen to?
That's how this started. This, you know, in between those trips, my parents came down this last Thanksgiving, and I put on YouTube little videos that I had already started watching about real estate and just different stuff. And that's where there's this gringo that is in Puerto Rico and he buys property. He's been doing it for a while. And then I'm like, Papi, look at this guy doing that over there. Why can't we do that? And then that became the interest of, why are you thinking about doing business in Puerto Rico? My dad is like, what are you thinking? But that step went from going to a Facebook Marketplace, going to connect with these guys, hit them on a message. When can I call you? Send me pictures of the property.
But that's all taking action.
But that's exactly. It's the connecting, the YouTube.
All of that is great.
Video.
It's when you binge and you don't take action.
That's right. That's right. So you have to do the next step. And I think you're right. Like, you know, to disconnect completely, that's unique. Because people can't do that. Way.
Well, that's why that's why it's called the 1%.
That's right.
The 3%. The 5%.
That's right.
You got to do what no one else does.
Right.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit. Everyone swings to the right. I'm gonna go to the left.
I see it.
I have no reason to be over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what no one else does. Right. I'm not gonna listen to nobody. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
And if you focus on that, you're actually gonna accomplish what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
Guys, Eddie.
It's good, man.
It's good. It's true. Thank you, my bro. God bless you, man. I'm going to say this. I would like to, when you have it all set up, if this is what God wants you to do, right? Because no pressure. Go do our next podcast at your bar. Okay?
Oh, I love it.
All right? In the Airbnb looking over the mountain.
Deal.
So people can see what it looks like.
Deal. Deal.
Right.
I like it.
No, right there on the farm. What are you talking about?
Right there on the
Right
farm.
there, right
baby.
there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right there.
And we can start with a cafecito.
Drinking
Yeah.
coffee.
You start
I'll
with
put
the cafe.
I'll put my pinky up.
I heard something about the pinky, so we'll keep the pinky down, but I'll tell you off camera.
No. Fino.
Fino.
Bro, but God bless you.
Same.
Disconnect, but don't disconnect from everything, because then you might fall behind.
No, yeah, obviously. Don't disconnect from everything, but it's all the temptation and the things that
The dopamine
help you
hits,
procrastinate.
Cut the dopamine hits.
That's right.
it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Go, baby. You got this.
Let's
Guys,
get it.
you already know any info that you need. If you're in PR and you are a landscape company, your brother is a landscaper, your cousin, your primo, your tia, your tío, in PR, this gentleman is trying to transform his life. He's here on the Plan One podcast. I believe he's here for a reason. All right, reach out to him. His information is going to be in the description down below. You can reach out to him if you're doing coffee, you want to start, you have a coffee shop, and anything related to what we're doing here, guys, reach out. Even if you're in PR listening and you want to go reach out and meet him and just say what's up and talk to him.
I get a coffee. I'll take you anywhere. Let's go.
Whatever it is, guys, all this is about connection, all right, human connection. Like you said, all the little things make something big happen, all right? All the small companies make something big happen, like Ultra. So that's what was something to take from this episode. Guys, God bless you. I hope you enjoyed it. This was On the Spot podcasting here at A's Ornamental on the Plan One
Time for the
podcast.
blueprint.
Let's go.
Mindset, elevate, thrive, and demonstrate, planting a movement. Sow the seeds, educate the flourish, building up the team. Our network with purpose, industry is green. Only scratch the surface, know this calling is deep. Nobody gon' outwork us. Yeah, we chasing greatness, trying to give the code. Moving up with patience, foundation stone. Doing what it takes, we're here to break the mold. This for anyone who wanna level up. Let's grow.